seen him do so well on it. Cho'Gath, of course, is a good matchup against Vladimir because you can just kind of push him in and he can never kill you, and it gets really difficult for Whippo in that case. But he won in playoffs in the LPL. Like, he's been so insane in every single game he's played so far, and now he's up 20 CS against Reckless. He takes a turret at 12 minutes, and he's not even completing his rage play yet.
I mean, that's solo gold as well, but they're going in mid lane.
They are indeed. Winter's Bite comes out. Tower first blood secured by RNG. Actual first blood secured by Brox and Fnatic. They've got a 4-man stack in the mid lane, so they might get the tower at the cost of the Drake.
Yeah, really nice roam again by Hylissang in position to get them. They're trying to trade mid lane turret here.
Well, they're going to do their best. The minion wave is dying, though. It doesn't go down. MLXG could come up with that Ragnarok from the south. Decides who is
respectful. And mid lane turret's just going to go down straight up now. RNG could even go right back to the Rift Tail, grab that, and that would mean the third outer going down here for Fnatic. And while maybe you can fall this
condition if you're Fnatic, and Caps is able to push in his lane.
Well, let's see what he can do. Follows up with a Q, manages to get the last breath as well. A shield comes up. And a Steel Tempest for the solo kill. Win condition enabled.
That was
if those magnificent moments continue to happen.
Yeah, here you mentioned a bunch of champion names. All here's Yasuo, Yasuo, Yasuo right now. And Caps, we highlight this in Champs. As long as he can just focus on himself, on a pick where he can take over a side lane, then he can become so hard to deal with. And it's a huge transition because he was a player last year.
While we were in that replay, gentlemen, they killed him again. I'm not sure if we'll get another replay of that or not.
Here's what happened. Broxer went in, popped the pillar.
There we go.
Then Yasuo jumps in belly, and you 3v1 try and kill Caps down that bottom lane. The other option is you just rush to the Baron after pushing mid. Caps is not running TP on his side. You have a Cho'Gath, and you have Uzi who can just destroy the Baron, and you force the team fight against Fnatic.
Exactly, and no matter how strong he is in that 1v1, there is still an exhaust on Ming, this Tahm Kench to deny that target from the Yasuo, and that becomes very tough. And there you can see Xiaohu getting taken down.
To just stay back, and Leppy's now jumping Caps.
Let's see what sort of can happen. The silence comes up. Very good blade, but Caps will still get run down as the unstoppable Ragnarok. MLXG is chasing him. Finally going to slice and dice his way out. But Caps goes down.
And there we get multiple members from RNG to get Cloud Drake.
Okay, when are we going to fight again? Right, let's put some expectations on this. RNG have no longer got control of mid, which means they can't set up for the Baron.
Just buying time and stopping Fnatic from rushing down at Baron. And that allows Xiaohu now to get the spot lane turret. So everything that before was Fnatic having to stop RNG from getting an early
game goes so slowly. No moves one way or the other. Right, engage is going to be on MLXG. He flashes over. Insta flash from Caps. That's one. Lemmi's going to be the next target, but the top tower not even available, and the rest of RNG have responded.
Jungler's down, and the flashes off the Cho'Gath. So this becomes so hard for them to steal, but Caps is just going to pick up.
Oh, Caps just gets eaten alive. The rest of Fnatic now are inside the pit. Hemo Plague lands onto 3 for Whippo, but Baron is hammering away. The gigantic heal will bring Whippo back to full HP, but Xiaohu's on the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, they didn't actually handle that right. Caps had such a good pick, but then he went to stop the blast cone, so Letme wouldn't be able to blast cone in and feast the Baron, but he gives up his life to do it, meaning they lose the inhibitor turret on the bottom side. RNG minutes in. Big advantage going over to RNG.
I think right before there, Caps saw that MLXG...
More of Mortius for Uzi, and yes, Fnatic get a Constellation Dragon, which may help later, but they have to fend off a Baron. All right, MLXG comes out. The Undertow falls a little short. Kill Instinct is available. In goes Hilly. Gets a knock-up. MLXG is already down. He's got no enough armor or hit points. Lemmi's the next target. He's being melted by Reckless, and Caps taken out. All of a sudden, RNG with Baron. They lose it connected into the Baron team. That's the 4th tower of the game for Fnatic. They're now setting their sights with inhibitor mid. 25 seconds for Lemmy, 8 seconds for MLXG. The inhibitor should fall, and Fnatic will once again even this game out.
Yeah, very well done. You know, denying really anything to be gotten there from RNG. They still have a minute 20 on the buff, but Fnatic camping out a brush here again. We'll see if RNG makes a mistake to check this.
Well, MXG's got that Randurance, but he's not tanky enough to survive for very long.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the power of the Trundle, right? He's not built full tank, and then Trundle ulting you on top of that, but RNG, maybe looking for this fight, they're TPing in.
Uzi with the spider senses, he manages to interrupt the living artillery. Bloxus on the front line, forced to run for his life. Devour from Ming by so much time. Bloxus taken out, that's the most fed member. Bwippo follows immediately thereafter. Fnatic get caught out. Killer Instinct goes down for Reckless before he's shut down. That might just be game.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be game here. It's only 2 members alive, and it's the support and the jungler. The bottom inhibitor is open.
Oh, he's going to stop the recall.
He is indeed. Feral scream for the silence. Quiets the Fnatic fans.
Fnatic all in to try and kill Uzi, but there was a Tom Kench right next to him, and the moment Uzi popped out of that belly, he turned around and he just destroys Fnatic.
This was an insane game, back and forth, and the living artillery that stopped Fnatic's backs. That's what turned this game around. RNG are waiting for the minions to pour into the base. The Nexus turrets are falling. The Nexus is killed, and RNG take down Fnatic.
What a crazy, you can just perma-shove this lane into the turret, and if you ever get ganked, there's going to be Talia flying down. There's going to be GP ultis coming in.
Like of a deal that actually completely dismantled the early game.
And you can see how Yichin's under pressure.
What?
Whoa! What was that?
Hey, I said it was random stuff happening.
And then donated it to
Yichin.
Yichin.
Smite was almost ready. I think he was going to use it, but now bot lane.
Well, take a look for the Crystal Slashes. Manages to get a 2-man stun. Devour comes out by Ron OP, but it simply does not matter. Seismic shove! Manages to pick up the kill, and that's 2 more for Flash Wolves.
Hey, you sailed.
When they hit level 6 now, those repeat ganks become that much easier.
Well, Stark's going to find himself under some pressure. Very big minion wave to contest with. Already flashing forward. Take a look at the minimap. Maple's making his way up. Stark has already used Core of the Forge God, and another kill donated to Maple.
So another roam from Flash Wolves. His team is just getting destroyed at the moment, and he's top as Ale.
There we go. Call of the Forge God comes out.
Nice
Flash away by Hanabi. Yichin going to jump in with Taste of Fear. Not enough damage yet. Looking to reset the tower aggro. Going underneath. That's the first one secured, and Stark will just escape.
He'll drop his ultimate to try to clear some of those waves, but the turret is likely going down. We'll see if they are able to actually stay around and finish it. I mean, GP ultimate might be enough.
Oh, it's gone. Tower first blood picked up by Flash Wolves as well. And the tower doesn't even die in the top lane.
GP ulti too strong right here. Mabel fighting in the mid lane as well, but Warzone. Oh!
He's gonna go in.
Nice.
Does he take the realm up? Yes, he does. Into the Rune Prison. The cleanse comes out. Not enough.
No.
The Auto's not gonna kill either. Warzone and Maple trading blow for blow, but Maple kept his teeth.
Still great play from Warzone in the mid lane. They're trying to get that kill. It will force Mabel back. Sadly for Warzone, he might get ganked now.
All right, he's got no flash. He's got no heal. He's got no
Ron OP's here.
Ron OP's got flash and cleanse though. Not gonna jump in for the save. Instead, he's like, sorry, bro, your fault, and he lets Warzone die.
Learn from earlier. Don't waste your flash. The guy's already there.
Yeah. That's their one weakness right now, and it can't be exploited.
And again, this is a very standard Flash Wolves kind of game where we talked about this in Champions League. It's all about the bot lane. Get them fed. Oh, he's going.
Yeah, there we go. Flash into Impale. Please continue. Standard Flash Wolves game.
So get the bot lane rolling. You can leave the top lane alone.
Yijin looking for Betsy and Sword Art. Slay's coming into the help of a teleport by Stark. Now Maple is in the river already, and that's just gone horribly wrong. Yijin is killed before he can get into the fight.
Is going to go down. They still have the Rift Herald in their back pocket. They can actually drop that to electric pressure, at tier 2, and they are just amassing this.
The Chain of Corruption, rather. That's what
he can't get to him.
And of course, the wall locks off Slay. He's got no flash available. Ron OP was locked behind the mid lane. Flash Wolves are going to take their 4th tower of the game. Extend the goal lead to 8,000. I think it was 6.5-ish at 15. I get the exact figure.
Wins against some of these teams that might be a little bit under you. Let's see what happens here. Sword Art, Black shields himself and walks out.
Just the playmaking from Sword Art, just really exceptional usage there of the Morgana E. All right, Realm Warp is going to get used. Who's going to step inside? Stark and Yijin looking for some targets. The GP ult is doing work as Stark is forced to run away. So is the rest of the team. The Devour's bought enough time that nobody's died yet.
Hanabi.
But here comes Hanabi looking for the powder kegs. Got 1 and 2. Not going to fight that one. Small mistiming will let it slide as Ron OP gets eaten up. Yet another kill for Maple, 6-0-1.
You hate to see that, but when you're this far ahead.
Yeah. Also, that's disappointing.
Pretty impressive, But I want to turn the attention a little bit to Evos because obviously we praised Flash Wolves a lot. We knew We knew EVOS were going to be an interesting...
Sure, Slay can become a huge carry, but there's just no chance Flash Wolves will make it go that far. It all started with Mujin just walking in, finding Yijin who had lost his flash and just
lower ranked. So this is slow by VCS standards. It's not working out as RonOP is going to use that cleanse that we talked so much about earlier. Well, the Impale comes out, and that's the 10th kill for Flash Wolves. And one of the other things I want to step back and look at is how consistently good they were at the game.
Let's see what happens here, Trevor, before we go further, because there might be a fight.
There will be, and it will be Stark trying to get a knock-up. He manages to get shut down, or rather he is shut down by Maple. Now, Flash Wolves, they were interrupted on the Baron.
Has no ultimate, so he's probably just dead to rights. It's only really a matter of time.
Yeah, who's going to get the kill credit? That is the question. And Betty is the one that secures it.
Again,
Until 15-20. You're going to have a bunch more games to find out the answer. Mujin actually not going to find the target with the Impale yet. Does so after a few moments later, and RonOP, remember, he flashed earlier. He gets taken.
Don't worry about mentality when you're given a beating like this.
Well, let's take a look. Call of the Forge Guard comes out. Baron is in the pit, secured. Not with the smite, though. That got a little messy. Now Slay's coming in, trying to get the damage down. Betty's the target. Slay flashed into the pit, but he's trying to fight three and get shut down. Maple was over the wall. Warzone will be the next to fall, and despite it looking momentarily, EVOS has been like that. And Mujin just going to threaten the Impale engage. Right, Inhibitor Tower falls. Inhibitor will be there after. I'm just waiting for that team fight. There we go. Manages to catch our Warzone. RonOP nowhere nearby. Uses the Devour just to protect from Chain of Corruption. And Slay on the retreat. Two members of EVOS are down. Flash Wolves now pushing onto the Nexus turret. Call the Forge God. Yes, it catches Maple, but to what end? Now Slay managing to get some damage down thanks to that Bioarcane Barrage, but he's got too many hit points to burn through. Betty steps forward to the Black Shield, and this is just feeling donezo. Flash Wolves have got one Nexus turret left. The Baron empowered minions, excuse me.
Come on, Slay, give me that pentakill.
It's going to now. Instead, that's because Warzone
in the wrong neighborhood.
To push.
We've seen this on before.
Yeah, how does it end?
He dies.
Okay.
And Betty gets the kill. No, Betty didn't get the kill.
You haven't seen that one before.
It's true, it's true. I saw the one with Betty. I like that one more.
My math is a little awkward. This is pretty close to 0.8 combined kills per minute. Is that right? So, by VCS standards, EVOS going to find themselves some damage onto Hanabi, but he's going to survive thanks to all of the itemization. The huge lead he's been able to accrue for himself. Slay gets dropped down to 50%. Here comes Mujin. He's already used that Righteous Glory. RonOP forced to use the cleanse, get caught by Dark Binding. And despite the grey health, will get killed by Maple. 11-0-4. If we had MSI Fantasy, he would be killing it right now.
Yeah, well, definitely making some more fans for himself, showing again how good Maple really is. Completely dominating this game.
Yeah, not fans of the VCS though, but no. The rest of the world will definitely be pretty impressed. That's a flash Chain of Corruption. The final push should be on the cards. Impale comes out. Warzone just respawned, man. And he's taken down for the 6th time. After 27 minutes and 22 kills, Flash Wolves obliterate EVOS Esports.
Very one-sided.
Points in the E, 1 point in the Q, and you can play it very differently. You can play it very aggressive. This is also a tremendous amount of protection for Prey.
Trying to set up, remember, no flash on Gorilla. He has to be the target. He has to get rooted down. Where is the Realm Warp? I'm looking for it. There's the tongue lashing. Body blocked by Prey, those Gorilla. Now finds himself in trouble. First blood picked up by Pobelter. Teleport completed by BDD. He's got the Feast on cooldown. It's not SKT representing the LCK here at MSI.
And while they did lose the first bot, they still get the first turret for themselves in the bot lane. And that's kind of another thing we've seen a lot of times when Khan is alone.
Okay, Feast has just been used. The minion wave is going to be kept alive thanks to teleport by Pobelter. Look at the damage onto Khan. It's double if that picks it up. Prey will complete his TP down to the bottom lane.
Turret, but it's going to take some time for him. Ping zone, they're around, they want to fight.
Oh, BDD's looking for the damage, manages to find the root, but Devour from Ole buys a lot of time. Those Star Calls are coming out, and Team Liquid in a 3v4 are running for their lives. Dragon was prepped and secured by Kingzone.
Yeah, that's just it's a bridge too far from TL. I mean, they make it
the minions staying in the way. They are blocking the Q from BDD. Sniped
by Prey. Easily picks that one up.
Yeah, once again, it's Team Liquid. They make a play, they get a kill. And we get a reaction instantly from Prey with this AD carry. with
so
the
incredibly hard, and then you've lost tempo on the map, and now your top lane is being threatened to be dove, so you lose that turret there too. It really does start to kind of snowball.
15 minutes is...
I'm worried about the fact that despite there is no banner right now, that maybe one could come later, and you may have to deal with that. So they are kind of holding. He's actually picked up here from TL because there's no healing debuffs whatsoever on their team. You know, this late into the game against the Soraka, against a Cho'Gath who even has a fair bit of healing, and even the Athenes on BVD. So there's a tremendous amount of healing that is going to be coming out.
Well, the opportunity from Team Liquid here onto Khan. Flash was used earlier. Khan continues to run for his life. Down below 1,000 HP. Wish has been used as well. Double Lift gets the kill secured. Now BDD tries to turn it back around.
And Team Liquid is looking pretty good.
Oh, Ole gets caught out by that missed it shot. Despite the great health, will get run down. Just gives up that kill. And you know what? For the first time, the Team Liquid has represented the North American LCS on
like this. And now Kingzone once again can push.
All right, Realm Warp is going to get interrupted here. Pobelt is now in trouble. There's no support from anybody. Despite the flash, he's just going to try delay time. Another pick, another kill that you cannot afford.
Yeah, and when Ole is not on the map, when your support is still dead, you can't be that far out. You don't have the vision to do that. And this is giving Kingzone full control of the Baron area. It's not the Baron just yet, but it may give them the vision to actually look at pressure it.
Yeah, look at this. With Xmithy being eaten alive, Prey gets the kill secured in the
Team Liquid side, and it's just a very clean way to use your numbers advantage if you're Kingzone. Team Liquid's only way back, it's been through some of the team fighting, but they've only cut
Banner and Pod Minion.
And you know, while they had been winning some of those team fights, it gets tougher when you love mana for that poke. And back on the side looking for an engage.
Well, let's take a look. Call of the Forge God comes out. That's a lot of damage on PDD, but look at the shields. Double Lift does get the kill, and Gentleman at 30 minutes on the clock with an Infinity Edge. Double Lift's not done. He's looking onto Pinas, Gorilla, and Prey to look for the re-engage. Prey is untouched. Arcane shifts over the wall. Ole with the Devour to save his teammate's life. And now Pinas looking for the undertows.
Oh, the damage!
Double Lift flashes away for his life. Not going to be a true shot barrage available just yet. His Impact is forced to run away. Despite finding the early kill, there's simply too much damage from the Ezreal.
And Prey is just way too strong. Played that fight so beautifully, staying over the wall, poking out TL, finding his moment, and then diving in. And you can do that because that Seraph's is like an extra defensive summoner there. TL, though, you have stalled up the bear. They're looking for a TP flank here. Impact's coming from behind.
Oh, what can they do? This will get interesting. Impact's going to turn his attention to Prey and to Khan, who is the target. The Feral Scream buys a lot of time. No CC is finding anybody, and in actual fact, Team Liquid are losing the fight. There's going to be a deadly flourish. Will slow down Prey for the time being. Shots 1 and 2 will find True, but there's nobody killing anyone, and BDD is going to flash forward, get that Mounter Q down. That will keep Double Lift in place long enough for Prey to shut him down. And despite Call of the Forge God, Team Liquid's base is in tatters. Team Liquid's team are falling like flies, and Kingzone are smashing North America's hope in the 32nd minutes.
It was the same kind of start to a fight as we've seen before with Team Liquid. They get one kill, but it's not Prey they're killing. And the moment he shows up, he deals so much damage, and he's so good at positioning around. They simply cannot get to him.
For the first time in 2018, Double Lift has died on Jhin. He may still be dead by the time this game is over. Kingzone played it safe, played it smart, but in the end, they will take down Team Liquid to secure the win.
Incredibly strong first showing there from Kingzone. We're never really in danger.
Extremely well, especially in playoffs on it. We'll see if he's going to live up to the name. His Yasuo play, while yes, later in the game.
By something here on the bot side. Right now, Hanabi very detained, and now look at those chains of roots. The ult's coming across as well. Ignite cleansed away. Sword not going to be able to run out for a little bit of this one. A stun on the front lines. Hillside now force a flash back out. The shots come through, but looks like Betty's going to be okay. Now, the next attempt here as the TP comes around cannot be matched. Hanabi, it doesn't even get bound anyway, but will not find the hard engagement. Hillsong very much alone. Flashless knocked up. First blood comes through to Betty. The bot lane Kira gets 400 extra gold, and this turret now under fire. Looks like it'll drop faster than Whipple can handle the top lane.
Still a really clean setup around these top lane. As his bot lane dies, we saw this many years ago. It's been a common strategy. They gave up the top side. They execute perfectly. It's not quite the Talia draft, but it still gets the bot lane turret first.
Yeah, and I think that Flash Wolves were very happy to see that bottom lane aggression come out from Fnatic at this time. Because if you're watching the mini-map, Whippo was zoning Hanabi off of this turret.
He had us there on the Rift Arrow, that's interesting, but it will draw everyone mid-side.
Well, flashes come in. Broxa gets the suppression, and gets knocked up regardless, and Mugen gets himself that kill 2-0 in that scoreline. Of course, first circle helping as well. Flash rolls up as this Drake still has not been taken, means no extra regen. Front lines towards Betty, pulls him in, more CC across, has to cleanse to get out. He's going to be okay, but now a potential re-engage out of Maple. No Whipple chases away. Nice three-man knockup. Could that be the fight now for Flash rolls? Pulls right back in, the damage, the Skarner, the bind, the kill, and Cats gets one on the board for Fnatic. Now going back for Maple, has a convenient cannon to heal off him. Put the flash in, looking for a bit of the damage. The shots won't quite land. The heals coming through for Sword Art, and there will not yet be the kills. Another route towards Mugen. Flashes, stays alive. Now the forward momentum for Cats, but can't quite get that one either. Betty gets the snipe and makes it a 1-for-1. That said, this turret still taking damage.
Betty is hitting on multiple members. Cats just dead out the replay.
Found out. Betty put the ultimate in and got the champion to grab, and there's no cleanse yet on that Summoner Spellbook for Caps. And that's going to be, look at this, everyone in the mid lane knocking that one down. Will not be answered. 2-1 in turrets for Flash Wolves.
Yeah, that replay was going to be so long. It started after the team fight had already started, and we didn't even get to finish it because
with Ghost Flash up from Vladimir, we're going to see some fireworks.
And it's funny too because Swain has had such a big CS lead that we thought I was going to see similar.
They're going to try to collapse onto him. There's the pop in as well. Righteous Glory coming in, and Maple's going to run right across the team, try to get away. Flash to make sure, and Whippo not going to look for that route. He's going to find Soraka, gets the pull and goes to the back lane, can't get the kill. And has to pop his hourglass, the Zonias, but on the front line is the rest of the team. Maple gets that first kill, 5-1 on the scoreboard, but a trade does come through courtesy of Broxa's ultimate. Not quite going to find an opponent, but pushing in his Caps, gets another flash for himself. There's W, gets the auto attack in the back line, and he will get Sword Art. You cannot cleanse auto attacks. Binding in as well. It's a 4v3 team, but Betty across the wall can still exert some threat. The flash in for more. Look at his Maple, can't get the attacks, but does survive.
Meanwhile, there are 5 members of Flash Wolves all in mid lane. Look at the force.
They found the route. Hillsong not an easy exit, but this one is going to get chopped down. Betty gets the kill in the second in the back line. Death Cap. Vladimir does so much damage.
And Flash Wolves 5 men in mid finally pays off. They are able to force. They get 2 kills, and they're going to force onto Baron now. Whippo is still damaging the turret, but he could teleport for Fnatic.
And that's on Vladimir, baby. It's about the execution. Enough times you'll get it. They get it this time, but do they get the Baron?
No blast cone, no flash for Broxa. The steals will be difficult, but Whippo still trying to look for the fight in the back line. He's going to find Maple. Nice heal back to full HP, though. And Betty in the middle of the fight. Can they drop down Swain? Big heal comes across. Mugen's still up there, unstoppable. As Betty gets yet another kill, and Broxa does not have a way over this wall. He cannot smite this. It's all on Caps, and they delay till the Q lands. Easy burst. They're going to get it, and it was never in range of anything. A clean enough secure.
Speed it up with the Baron buff, so it will arrive for round number 2. Oh, Betty!
Oh, the shot comes in. Huge now on this one. 5v4 Fnatic must get a lot. It's Maple. Champion, and now finding the big knockup. Maple is there. Look at the low health bars. Reckless will just pop. No, he's got 50 health and he stays alive. Looking for now for the re-engage, and the Zonia's pop the knockup there. Broxy forced to run, but where can Swain go? Nowhere at all. 9-4 in kills.
And you see why. He's basically like a tank getting in the back line and an AoE threat. There's nothing that can peel him away. Doesn't matter if you have a Morgana.
Feel the damage. That's where Flash Wolves are again able to take it.
We just saw a game where Prey was very clearly the MVP of the team. Everyone's building around him. Now it's a mid laner. Now it's Maple, someone who has really stepped up in 2018 after kind of languishing in 2017 compared to his former glory. He's set up for success, but Fnatic, nice straight line rotation through the mid lane. Gonna get 2 turrets.
Really nice out of them, and now it's a gold lead for Fnatic for the first time in. Decent health bar onto him, 6,500 left on this Baron. Broxa does not have flash. Is he even going to get there? He has to get over the wall, he can't do it, 400 health! And this fight comes through, Mugen secures rookie of the split for Flash Wolves. The second Baron now as the re-engage comes across, a flash out of Caps. 5-on-5 still here, Whippo in the front lines, but not doing much of damage. Sounds has a flash away, Black Shield on as well, and out he goes as Mugen still holds onto the front line. The root, the pullback, they're going to find a little bit of something, but not yet the team fight. Now the pillar is up, they're looking now as Swain pops the ulti. Whippo could be running out of health, down to 1,000. Can they burn him down? And they will. Betty gets the kill, as well as a solo in the mid lane as Maple takes out his opposite member with 3 left. Now Fnatic must run, as Flash Wolves now have all the control they could want. The pillar does not care about Black Shield. Betty finds a snipe, 3 for 0 plus Baron.
Another great force from Flash Wolves. They have the advantage. They're just going to overpower you, and they run straight through Fnatic. This Baron buff is going to be worth way more than 30 gold.
Absolutely, they wait for their spots. Maple just uses everything on one person. Caps down, Fnatic down from his perspective, and maybe the game just ends in this passage.
You got a lot of time to work with. 15 seconds on Caps' respawn, even more on the rest of the dead members here. 5-on-2 with the Baron. Those are pretty good odds for Flash Wolves looking to make it that 2-0 run and knock up onto the back line. They might get this kill. The root is in, and they will drop that one. An unstoppable Maple 5-0-3. Back on form in 2018, looking pretty damn good. But as the respawns come in, it looks like it'll be Flash Wolves spending a little bit less time inside the base. Mugen puts up the pillar, one more shot, and yes, Caps finds one. Now they're re-engaged. Betty wants it, he gets it. The knockup not going to be there. Actually, Maple steals the kill away, scumbag as he might be. But the shots come in, Reckless has so much damage. The shot comes in, he gets the crit, rolls the dice, and it comes up nice. And that's going to be one as Whippo falls off a double kill. Now Hillsong forced to run, finds the stun, but Zone just keeps Maple safe, and Power Q will time out.
Guys, end the game.
Flashing in
End
for the bind, going back to the minion line. There comes the turrets, and Hillsong just not the most threatening Morgana anymore. Flash Wolves will end the game. The 2-0 run. Flash Wolves on form. And it's going to time out and go to Zach. So instead, another long-range, hard-engaged tank to set up for Slay and Warzone to make the game just that.
Not to mention, Smithy now moving in for a Raptor steal here.
And Wolves will go to him, even though it's Yijin who's gotten... it's fine, it's okay. Now with the dive to the top side, look at the damage output! Solo kill, first Bloodhouse start!
The Rift Herald through all of that play. He must control the bot side. Here they come.
The flash forward, gonna find a little bit of something. The auto attack to find a stun as well. And Ole, here comes the dive. The knockup is in. Ronald P takes it. Ignite is on. They're gonna get low on health. Just barely survives the encounter as they get Ole to drop down. But this is an easy one. Pope could have auto attacked for this. And now, how does he feel about the 1v3? Gets a root, walks away. Not gonna be knocked up just yet. Now here comes the chain CC, and Rise will fall. Another one comes in for Evos. Now double if knocked up. And for the next trick, he's gonna find a pillar in the face. Is Stark running out of health. Smithy pops the ulti. King's tribute. Thank you very much. A second kill now for Team Liquid. Looks like it will now be the disengage as they trade
Team Liquid that will get a lot of the bonus gold from the objective.
Absolutely. Overall, you definitely value what Team Liquid picked up specifically onto Impact, who had to deal with being solo killed earlier in the laning phase. There is that solo gold onto GP. Trinity Force definitely on the next pack.
Now there is an Infernal Drake up, and Team Liquid are making
Zach Ezreal so far.
on one. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 3, and here comes the dive on in. Ole's in the front lines, doesn't have an escape tool for this one. Smithy does use his flash to get out, but Ole is so low, pops the gray health shield. Warzone needs to land 2 more skill shots, gets the poison, gets the kill. Thanks for the leash. Dragon goes over to Evos Esports.
Eyes too big for the objective there without the personnel in place. Pope Belter had no caught red-handed. Now it's going to be the red buff. That might be over and over.
Ooh, nice pickup though. Smithy managed to chomp and smite, and now Yijin might be in a bit of danger as the ulti comes across the slows for impact. Ronald P has a stun, but there's no ultimate and no flash. Ooh, they do get the root, and this is going to be the kill coming through. They make sure Impact grabs it and walks away with a bit more gold. So Evos this time buys up more than they can chew.
Back to top side so they don't lose top side turret health, and they push Stark off of that one. So Team Liquid will secure the 2-turret lead for them, and they had an advantage, and they were choosing between a turret. Well, Ole actually now.
Flashless Tom Kench knocked in the air. Gray health pop does not matter. Stark grabs himself his 3rd kill of the game. 3-1-1, best performer on the team.
20 minutes, you get enough gold from the quest. Will hold the point.
And a big knock up there, Pillar in a good spot, and the Kidnap not going to pull in much of anything as the final shots come through for Jim, but still fighting for the front line. Smithy pretty durable. Miasma comes across, big engage out of Horn. Into the air he goes. The knockup's chained together, and Impact going to fall. It's a 1-for-1 as the support drops. Both are flashing away from the wall as well. Yijin getting shot up by Devil. Big crit comes through down to 500 HP. You're going to once again. Stark can't quite get the knockup, but now he's alone. Yijin going to get split into blobs. Double flashes just for the passive, though. He's not going to get gold on that one. Not sure if it's worth the summoner spell just to trade the cooldowns there. An easy target next time around is double lift.
Yeah, and Ole was really deep up in the jungle there. I believe he killed off Ron P in the support fight, but now he's trying to exit through the team.
Yep, and Warzone gets vengeance. So, 2 able to rush down this Cloud Drake and get some of that mobility to work around those side lanes.
Exactly. That's the advantage to playing the team composition and the strategy where you're the one putting out the pressure first, and you're kind of forcing the other team into going for
the slightly tankier item there for impact, comes it may be. But now it's two on the front side, Warzone versus Powelter. Gets slowed down a little bit, but has turned away from the stun, and now a kidnap on the top side, double lift, got caught out, and Let's Bounce gets the kill. Now Pope still in a duel, looking, it's gonna be close, but Smithy is there, and the Orn call wasn't quite in range, so Powelter just barely walks away. It's
half of counter there for
4.2 versus 5.
4.2 with 5, but he's still split pushing. They get the turret on the bottom side, and they have to have the Orn recall. Evos, though, because they had the extra priority in mid lane here after he gets to the other half, but now they're right back at it, and on the run.
Rano B right behind them, goes in for the pulverize on a 2, and he's in the front lines at a half HP. Of course, has the ulti available, pops it right now, canceled on the teleport, actually. He's not going to be in this fight too easily. The big knockouts come across. Huge plays there. Pope looking for the duel against the Cassiopeia. Double's already dead, and Slay comes in to grab it. 2 kills already. Make a turret fall and a third. A huge team fight on Evo's Esports.
And from all directions they came. Slay was topside, but he's Ezreal. He can self-peel. Doesn't need to be fighting front to back. They turn on to Baron. Doesn't matter if the setup is there. For TL, this will be Baron Evo.
Team Liquid exposed themselves, and Evos are able to take advantage. Now they're going to be able to take down mid turret, but can they escape afterwards? Deeper vision, that is spam pings from Evos. They're like, let's get them, jump on them now to get the Barons, and now they're taking so many turrets. They had only 1 turret before this.
And this is going to be the attempt. Is from the front line, going to keep last hitting these cannon minions and make sure he can open that eye if goes for too long. Now looks like for the opening. The damage is going to be there. He's going to plop the Bloblets, and the teleport goes on to a ward. Re-engage at a Warzone at half HP though, and here comes the call of the Forge God. Knockout's going to be only onto 1. The flash to re-engage. Look for the play. The health bar's low. Yijin almost going to fall down right now, and the backline access is there. A cleanup for Impact. He's on a double already, and 1 in for Ole as well. Only 2 alive. Slay should not join this one. He can poke, but that's going to be it, and Stark going to be surrounded. The Realm Warp is in, the root is there. He should not have an escape here, but Smithy getting low on health. Slay putting in a lot. Oh, he gets the kill. How many more can he get? In a 2 versus 4, they find a kill. Looking for a little bit more to this one. A shot comes in. The Rune Prison, the snipe. The kills come across, and the choice to re-engage is going to betray them as these last 2 kills will fall. A delayed ace for Team Liquid. They needed it badly. A flash maybe not required, but the kills come through in the end.
That flash one in the end, though. Oh, here we go. Initiation.
And a stun on a Pobot without a damage. The Glom onto the front line. The quick chomp as they wait for the timer to fall. And Ole actually managing to snag the kill. Unlucky, but he's got 3. He's the kill leader. Now a giant slow on Rano OP. He's got an ultimate, and that's going to buy him a little bit of time as Warzone comes down. Banshee's veiling all looking for the big plays. As Rano's going to kick back in Impact. And that is a gameplay who's going to go and drown with his team. 1 for 0, making it 1 for 1 as they trade down to the support. But still, it is a top laner left alive as Stark can lead the charge forward. Warzone looking for a bit more as well when they find the elastic slingshot. The pillar going to disengage that one. A quick slow comes in as the Q lands. Ole, not long for the world. The Reaver King will be assassinated in his own home territory. A 2 for 1.
Immediately taken down. Evo's very happy to take that trade, and another turret goes over.
They all thought that was the time because
Out of their own jungle and pull down some kills.
Now trying to pull down Sid Moore. There's a lot of chains you see down on the star. Curtain call comes in as well. The rest of the team coming around to stop this. Oh, he's going to get the Let's Bounce and a nice final save out of Ole. The knockup, though, they found Povels on a bar on rise. There's the big CC out of support. The knocked up chain together. A 2 for 0 for Evo's Esports. And they're looking for a little bit more into this one. Ole has nowhere to go. Goodbye. 3
hard engaged here from Evos. The flank is so key there, Papa Smithy, because double lift. The center of attention right at the middle.
And tanks up the turret. It's going to have an easy time with that as the turret is going to fall. No problems.
Constantly had control of the map in Team Liquid's hands with the split pushing and keeping up the pressure. But now that they have this hefty gold lead, it makes it
chopped down by everyone else on the opposing team, and he's dying pretty rapidly. 4 deaths. Second most on the team. Impact having a hard time getting stuff done. Now a dive in the front side. But a great pillar means there's not going to be a lot of CC. Turret still falls, though. This could be the big fight. Knock up on a 2. They found Trundle and Rise, but able to walk away. Warzone still building up some space. A flash pillar looking to isolate him. The barrel's going to land a stun only on Ole. Puts up the shield. The burst going to come in. That is a huge kill for Team Liquid. And now on the 5-on-4 is Evo's forced to run away. Impact getting low. He's got to respect Slide. Does not land the missing shot, though. And Gangplank able to run. True Shot Barrage will not get that one either. As the disengage is still coming through. They're looking for maybe a target. Another Arcane Chip comes in.
just a last whisper item completion away. Maybe this will be the big fight, though.
Here comes the attempted dive. Nothing on Powelter. Now the kidnap's going to come in. He's going to be deleted maybe, but he's healthy for now. And a nice pullback. Ola means he's not going to get knocked up, but the chase down on Tahm Kench, very low in health, not yet picked off. Another wall comes in. Yijin rooted up. Health bar getting low. Poe through the house to be careful. And the redemption slam doesn't matter. It's like it's the kill, but Poe is out of health. It's 2 kills. They're already inside the base. 5v3. They might end it here.
Inhibitor is definitely going to go down, and Evos are coming for that victory.
Double lift and impact are the only damage the team. And Pillar is up. Can they find Slay? A big chunk comes across. Ronald P at half as well, but he's got to run away. He's getting lower and lower. Cassiopeia just twin fangs him down, and now the flash out for impact. Now it's a 2 versus 5. Turret under fire. Double lift and impact. Can they make it happen? The clap comes through for Stark on the top side. Turret's going to fall. Ronald P is going to drop it. It's now 3v1. Can Double lift do it as Stark does get that kill? Flashes to safety. 1 versus 4, a number that Liquid knows so well. As the turret is still in their eyes. Slay wants it to happen. Still 15 seconds on his mid laner to respawn. There comes the turret. There's the knockup. He's going to be slain. The war zone is going to go the favor of Evos. They're going to get the win. 1-1 is the scoreline.
The bulldozer comp from Evo for the team. So Kingzone want to round their draft out by actually earning into a 1-3-1 by picking up the Camille, her first Camille of the tournament, coming through. Some gold means we can't even find.
Exactly, and where that so often starts is with Peanut in the jungle, and that's a point that you get to move around. Khan here, though, going to have to deal with the Ornal.
Ooh, and a lot of knockups there, but now the teleport coming in from behind as the team wants to join in here. Khan very, very low, but Gorilla shows up and ensures there's not going to be any fatalities. It slows the stuns. It's in there, and first blood comes in for Khan. Thank you, Gorilla, for the assist.
Beautiful execution. Everything from the jungle. Gorill's going to walk up.
Gorilla is stunned, and everyone is here to CC him. The gray health there. He can pop the shield, but is there a way out? Another knockup. Nicely done by Lula. The kill comes through. Now the flash follow. Prey is low, and Peanut here to stop this one out. So MLXG, their names are spelled similarly, now getting incredibly low. The flash in for the exhaust to stop the damage. Nice play out of Ming to keep his teammates safe.
They do get away with it, RNG.
And now's a good setup from RNG. On the control ward, they hit the Ash Arrow. Here we go, though. Can he dodge?
Oh, nice out of Khan. Gets away from the knockup, but still has to be worried about how that trade might look under the turret and has to back right out as they burn their spells back and forth. Nice little grass proc, but the stun could be here. Is it the damage? A physical shield means the turret can't even kill him, and Khan just too good.
The Abyssal Voyage.
And now it's 4 on top of less. This could be an easy one. The flash forward, near sight of kill comes through, and Uzi has nowhere to go. Khan shows up, TP's in just to say, hello, I am here. I'd like a bit of XP, and that turret is going to fall.
Yeah, they know they have easy numbers advantage there, having got the top lane kill, allowing Khan to recall, but they didn't even need it. And this is Kingzone, explosive lead now, taking the first turret as well.
Actually comes out ahead.
And they were strong on the bottom side. That's the thing. RNG, they're like, oh yeah, you know, we can get this double range matchup. We could be strong on the bottom side. We have to be worried about what Kingzone we're getting in trade for that. And Gorilla made 2 turrets over there to get some more gold for themselves.
Almost every team in history had one area of the map you could attack, and that would shut them down. That would slow them down. Stop Faker, maybe SKT won't be able to get over the line. Kingzone.
Really nice. You saw Khan walk up and say, hey, I'm here in case we want to dive. I can clear your control ward, walk away from me. MLXG kills the control ward, walk back to ball lane. Mid lane turret falls anyway.
And BDD actually used his Realm Warp to push quicker there on the top side.
MLXG is just going to fall. Ming couldn't land the rest of the abilities in, and the fight comes in. Look at the next kill. Shahu gonna pop the zonies, but Uzi is going to drop. Ashe is gone, and so is Sway, and the ulti does not do enough damage. 3 quick kills in for Kingzone, and no one is putting up a fight against them.
Even be there. He's been just screaming for a 5v5 with this Orn drop. He may never get one. He ambles over. Already his threats are gone. And be ahead of the play, which of course Kingzone always tries to be. He does incredible damage at 2 items. It's why he doesn't need to side lane. Prey doesn't play a lot of Invitational.
The best team in China, and it just doesn't even look close.
You summated it, Freak. That's exactly what we're seeing in front of us. They've played this immaculately so far. If you're Uzi or any one member of RNG, you must be so frustrated.
Yeah, Baron gonna further empower.
Force Kingzone to play 1 lane, but unfortunately those big ults are down, so they will lose their inhibitor from this passage of play. That was the one chance they got. That was the first time they could. Unfortunately, it was 12,000 gold behind, and the execution couldn't quite carry them over.
Ooh, a nice pullback though on a BDD. They might get 1 for themselves, but still no one is really in range. Now towards Gorilla, who pops the cleanse, and finally a kill comes in for the first time in about 18. And Xiaohu towards the front. Realm Warp just getting him out. They're going to be safe here. Khan, and he's got escape tools, so does Prey. Gorilla's still dead, and they're happy to just siege a 4v5 right now. Pillar comes in looking for damage into Khan. Uzi's okay in the side lane, and now they're going to get that kill without a Tom Kench to save. So a bit of greed out of Kingzone, maybe too ostentatious there. It'll take a little bit of time here on this one.
There's transformation even earlier this game, around 28 minutes for both those tier items to be fully stacked.
Look at that, he actually would die under turret, so that's going to be inhibitor turret falling.
Yeah, even a Ornn with press the attack on him already looks pretty juicy.
So the play is to sacrifice Baron and go for a kill on Khan. He's going to flash to land an auto attack stun, and he should not have any ways out of this one. Guardian Angel popped. The death should happen as well. He's going to try to make the play. Nearly takes down Uzi, but the health is simply too high. So Baron gets taken out, and the team is sieging the top lane as they will kill off Khan. So now 5v4 with Baron up. The Baron is going to help knock down that top lane inhibitor for a few seconds. What's going to happen on the backside, though?
Was no play. I would say there was no play for RNG to actually stop the Baron with where the map was. So they get a kill, they get a Guardian Angel, and at the end, they have to give up the Baron and accept the maximum, which is killing Khan.
This late in the game, that sort of play there. The Pillar comes in. No follow-up yet onto Prey's Ezreal. Gorilla trying to stand far enough away that he's not always a stun target, as he does have cleanse but no QSS, so no double CC removal. He can only get rid of one. But that siege is happening in the bot lane. Banner, Baron, Minion doing pretty nicely. 1 minute left on that buff still. Ash able to knock down that.
And the Esteban clearing minions in top side. Khan walks into mid lane. Almost has hit into
could mean the attempt on towards Khan. He's flashless, he's GA-less, and they will get the ulti across. He quickly picked up there and saved. And Xiaohu puts on the zonies, but he's so low on HP, he's gonna have to flash away to stay alive. Prey could be a target, but he's gonna jump forward for a little bit more. An ulti out of the graves. Peanut almost gets himself a kill. There's gonna be a quick healing force out of the squad. Uzi does have time to auto attack though. Can he find the target to go down for? It's getting a bit low, but anyway, thinned out. All inhibs dead.
Khan is going to teleport back in. He recalled after taking that big chunk on Camille. He's going to teleport to the top side and replenish the push here for Kingzone.
Only one play in this playbook. This is the NFL full court press. Has been Kingzone the entire time. They keep teleporting everywhere, always applying pressure. Still, it will eventually have to end with a 5v5, as that's the natural shape of the map.
There's nowhere else for them to go.
Nope. They've pulled in Gorilla. Big chunk of damage on there. Pops the shield. He's going to stay alive. One turret still standing, but as Baron times out right now, this is going to be the fight that might end the game. Peanut versus Uzi 1v1. Snipe's going to come in. They found it a little bit. BDD not going to fall. They killed Uzi instead. The knockup's in. Khan can't quite get it. He's been knocked into the air, but is there any damage to really speak of? Xiaohu, half tanky, looking for it as the ulti comes back across. They do get one for it. BDD very, very low. Let me can't quite get it. The health part just barely standing alive, and Prey able to kite, wielding that red buff. Peanut there to show in the bullets as well. They've got a pullback, but Prey is simply too durable, and as the Nexus starts to fall, 4 versus 4, teleport back in for the rise. They get a pull in, but Gorilla keeps him alive. The shots can come through. They go for the kills first. Had the KDAs 2-0 in the group stage for Kingzone.
You lose the minimum